If being a good dad is your goal, then being strong is not an option. This morning, we've got step-ups, V-ups, and then afterwards a little bit of Zercher strength work. Scalable to any level, I've got options for everybody. This is the 5 a.m. Squat Club if you're new, where busy dads get together to rebuild their lives and their fitness and show their kids that anything is possible. First step on the 5 a.m. Squat Club is to prime our minds, choose our first thoughts of the day. Let's start it up. So what this looks like, and call this a little bit woo-woo for you, but this is how we start our day every day. Feet go on the ground underneath the hips, heels are planted, and if you feel like you're gonna fall over, this is where the dog comes over, then hold on to something out in front, either in the form of a critter or just a weight. While we're here, we're gonna do what we call mental reps while you guys breathe. 4 seconds in, 4 second hold, 4 seconds out, 4 second hold. Follow along. First one is I am responsible, meaning I'm gonna take responsibility for what happens, be it good or bad. Also, that if I have goals or somewhere that I wanna go, projects that I want to achieve, that it's on me. Nobody's gonna come and do it for me. Nobody's taking control. I need to take responsibility, accountability, ownership for my life. Next is I will make time between stimulus and response. I have the potential for being snappy. I might be slightly tightly wound some days, and kids screaming or dogs going crazy has the potential to set me off. So if I can take a moment between that stimulus and how I reply, I might be able to calculate a better response, and that is the goal. Next is I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. It is so easy to look at our goals and say, I don't have the tools, I don't have the resources, I don't have the circumstances necessary to do this. But if you just think about what the first step in achieving that goal is, you will recognize that the tools are at your disposal, especially if you take responsibility. And that those tools, used over and over again, and learning new skills as you go, will get you to your goal with that progress over perfection mentality, because progress is perfection. And then the last one is I choose gratitude. I need to make sure that I'm seeing the positive and not just the areas of improvement or the opportunity areas. I need to see that my life is good and take that motivation to keep living it and keep working on it, as opposed to just seeing the negatives and the things that aren't what I want. It's good to move towards something, but it's also important to recognize what you have. All right, so that's how we set our minds first thing in the morning. Now, time to start moving. So this generally looks the same every day. Once we've gotten up out of bed, we start getting down and getting up off the floor. So we're just gonna go for 2 minutes here, and it's a simple lay down. You can walk it down or hop it down and then get up. At the top, we celebrate with a little clap and a hop, just to remember and give ourselves credit for the fact that we're able to do so, and maybe more importantly than that, that we're up working on it. You know, maybe we're at a place where we can't do so easily, but we're working on it. The only way to get better at something is to work on it. So we're gonna go 2 minutes here, just at whatever pace feels right, starting to turn on the body, turning up the heart rate a little bit, lubricating the joints, telling the body and the muscles and the brain that, hey, we're about to do something. So 2 minutes here, picking up the pace as you'd like. We've got our general warm-up afterwards, and then today we've got 2 EMOMs. We're gonna go with some step-ups and some V-ups, which should be great. Anterior chain strength and conditioning. And then afterwards, we're gonna play around with some Zercher deadlift / squats. Movement that I don't have a ton of experience with, so fun to play with some different things. Another 45 seconds here, and just remembering that, you know, what you've chosen to do here, that you've chosen to get up early and take accountability for your existence, right? Not just go through the paces, right? You're a small percentage of the population, especially of busy people who are taking accountability and ownership for their lives. Because the way that I keep thinking about it is life is short, and if you don't do it now, you're gonna look back and regret it. That you didn't become the best version of the father that you could be or the person that you could be. Next, on the warm-up docket, general warm-up at the bottom there. First thing is a jumping jack, but if you don't want to jump first thing in the morning, feel free to just go with a nice high knee march. Otherwise, we're taking the hands and feet out from the midline at the same time and then back in together. And I want to try to clap the hands overhead and then clap them behind me as well. Getting a little shoulder range of motion here at the same time. And then while we're here warming up, I want you to think about, am I getting to bed early enough to make this sustainable? You know, are you getting your 8 hours? Because if you're getting to bed late and getting up early, there will come a time where that becomes unsustainable, unmanageable, unrealistic. So let me know in the chat, in the comments, team, what time do we get to bed? Is that your goal time? How do you feel? And how many days have you been doing the 5 a.m. squat club? Next, we're going with the inchworm, so nice wide stance. Walk your hands out till they're over the, till the shoulders are over the hands. Squeeze the butt, squeeze the legs, squeeze the abs. Walk it back up. So you're trying to come into a nice straight line body position and then walk it back up. Let's get at least 5 of those here. Take that warm up seriously, as if we're gonna push ourselves, especially if we're gonna do it every day. You wanna make sure that we are getting warm, loose, and into better positions, because that's how we reinforce those positions, get stronger in those positions, and avoid potentially detrimental positions. All right. Next one, we're gonna go with a lunge and twist, but we're gonna change it up a little bit. So from a standing position, take a big long step forward, let that back knee kiss the floor, and then we're just gonna twist a little bit against that front knee. 3 seconds. Whoop, stand it back up, alternate. Step forward the other leg, twist. We might change this up a little bit as well as we go, but let's get at least 2 per side there. Trying not to push that twist too far. You could take the other hand up. And just alternating legs. Maybe 2 more there. Twist and reach. Whoa. Wow. Out of balance there. Last one here. The RS Live 10:30, 7 out of 10. Probably have to get extra hours of sleep this weekend. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? If you need to catch up because the week has been busy with kids and whatnot, then catch up. I think that's a smart idea. I think getting in the mindset of, oh, well, that's what it is and I'm not gonna catch up is detrimental. All right, next one. Standing tall, swinging that leg forwards, backwards, trying to keep the torso vertical without the leg pulling us into torso lean. And depending on how you're feeling this morning, you can push or limit the range of motion. You want to be just outside of that kind of natural range, getting a little bit of stretch, but nothing crazy. Once you got about 10 cycles there, we'll switch sides. I was in bed last night by 9, which is generally the goal. 8:30 is the ideal situation, but it was 9 for me. Didn't get out of bed till the alarm. which is always interesting because my body's gotten in the habit of kind of waking me up a little bit early to go to the bathroom. And sometimes I don't get up to go to the bathroom. And by the time I do get up, my alarm goes off. I've got to pee so badly. It's crazy. All right, and then next one from there, we're coming down into our passive squat position. So feet underneath the hips. Come on down. And we're coming all the way down into a passive squat. Basically just relaxing down into that position. If that is extremely awkward and you feel like you're falling backwards, hold on to something out in front as a counterbalance. From there though, we're gonna grab our toes, our big toes with our fingers, and then pull up on the chest. So we're pulling up against the toes to get the chest nice and upright. And then from there, we're gonna do is drop the chin, drop the chest, raise the hips. Open up those hamstrings just a little bit, keeping the chin down. And then we'll cycle it. So hips back down, chest up, chin up. Let's get at least 5 there. Chris says 10:45. 7 out of 10. Not bad. Mr. Terry, 1:30 a.m. Yikes. That scares me, sir. What are you doing at night, Mr. Terry? What are you doing up so late? Like, what happens in that time? Are you being productive and efficient and effective, or could you be going to bed earlier? Oh, back down. Let's get at least, what did I say, 5 here? Keep working through them. You can always push a knee out, get a little extra hip opening there, especially if you're feeling tight. What did we do yesterday? It's crazy, I can't remember. Push-ups, ring rows, inverted burpees. All right, that was a good one. And I was at the gym yesterday, though. This is gonna make this harder, Maple. No. Yeah, helpful dog here. You're not helpful, you're not helpful. All right, we'll move on then. Grab your PVC. So helpful. Let's go ahead and with a wide grip on the PVC, take that thing, oh, we did push-ups yesterday. Take that thing basically from overhead to straight in line with the shoulders behind you. And then I wanna just move through that range of motion, above and below shoulder level. You should feel a stretch across the front of the chest. You can just pulse up and down. You could just hang out there. You can go a little side to side. Get a little extra pull. Just opening things up in the chest here. And we're gonna start talking about our 2 movements for the EMOM, which are gonna be step ups and V-ups. Be a lot of hip flexor, quad during this one. All right. So let's talk about that. We'll get a roll on it. That's not it. That's not it either. There we go. So as you can see here, we're going 10 minutes, alternating minutes like we often do. Excuse me, dog. And our 2 movements are gonna be, look at that, I stole a box from the gym. Are gonna be a front rack step up, which you can do with a barbell or dumbbells or 1 dumbbell, whatever. Put that thing in the front rack if you're using a barbell. If you're using a dumbbell, same thing, up on the shoulder, elbows in front, and you can do that with 2 dumbbells if you got them. Simple movement though, what you're gonna do is place your foot on that box or chair or stack of bumper plates or big rock or curb, whatever you got. And ideally we're standing up all the way on that standing foot before the other foot touches the box. And then I'm gonna come down and alternate, touch both feet to the ground, get that foot back up, keep the knee in line with the foot, stand up tall, and then back down. We're gonna go somewhere between, what I say, 6 and 10 there. 6 and 10. So it should be, you know, a little bit of strength, a little bit of conditioning. Shouldn't be the heaviest thing you can do, but it shouldn't be too light. And then our second movement, my favorite core movement, sarcastically because I'm not the greatest at them, is V-ups. And I'm gonna give you at least 3 different options for these guys. The top option being a full V-up, which starts in basically a hollow body, and then you contact the toes at the top, basically balanced on the hips. You'll notice that I'm not very good at those, so they are challenging. The second option is basically the same thing, but into a tuck position as opposed to straight at the top. So you start in the same position, but then come to a tuck in the center, knees to the chest, and then back down. Same kind of balance point where I'm sitting on the hips in the middle there, but not extended. And then let's say last option, we're just gonna go with a sit-up. So lay down fully, shoulders on the ground, and then sit up until the shoulders are in front of the hips. All right, let's take a minute and set it up, team. So feel free to grab a barbell or some dumbbells, and let's go and test this out. Warm it up just a little bit. A little bit of a cluttered space this morning, but no excuses. Get it done. If you're here, team, and we're joining in, let me know what options we're doing. Also, make sure we've hit that thumbs up button, because we are here working hard every day. You should definitely hit the thumbs up button. How we doing there, chat? Where are we at? Who's here? I see Mr. Terry's here. Wow, those are hard. All right. I'm gonna go a little crazy, put another 10 on each side, and then we're doing it. Give me a thumbs up, team. Let me know how we're doing here. Who's ready to go? All right. I think this is where I'm gonna go. You can always increase it, I guess, if you wanted to. I don't know how much time there's going to be for those, but good enough. Good enough. I'm going to try barbell with 2. You get your barbells? I like it, Chris. Jody, 85? Holy crap! How tall is your box? Jeez, I was just trying 85 and that was hard. Yee! Alright, let's do this. Let's try it like this here. Let's try it again. Sorry. This morning, we're gonna test your legs and your anterior core. We've got step-ups, V-ups, 10 minutes efficiency. Let's go. All right, so quick explanation here. I'll give you some demos and some scaling options, and then we're off. 2 movements, 10 minutes, 5 sets each. First movement is a front rack step-up. So either with a barbell or a dumbbell or kettlebells, you're gonna front rack that thing sitting on the shoulders, elbows out in front. Stand all the way up on your box or your chair or your bench, whatever, with the standing leg before the other leg touches. And then we're gonna alternate. Somewhere between 6 to 10 reps in the odd minutes. Movement number 2, and I'm gonna give you at least 3 options on this one. Movement number 2 is a V-up. Top option, V up, fully open, touch the toes. That's not a good demo. Touch the toes in the center with legs straight. Option number 2 is a tuck up. Same movement, but coming to a tuck position in the center as opposed to legs straight. Option number 3, feet on the floor, shoulders on the ground. Bring the shoulders in front of the hips, sit up. So, choose an option, get some weight set up. If you haven't done a warm-up, pause this, go back to the live stream, do your warm-up, and we're doing it. All right, 10 minutes, alternating minutes. Simple. Let's get some tunes up here. Alright, let's go for it. 10 seconds, starts on the step ups. 6 to 10, or 4 to 10. 3, 2, 1. Can't stop me now. A slow burn like tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 Start there with 6. 30 seconds. All right, so V-ups, tuck-ups, or sit-ups. Somewhere between 5 and 15 reps, 10 seconds. Something you think you can maintain, 5 sets. 3, 2, 1. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my out there. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing locks and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase it? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise. You don't wanna fuck with me. I slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Wow. I don't know if I can be able to maintain 15s there, but we'll call that the goal. 15 seconds. 1 round down, 4 to go. Try to maintain that. 5, 3, 2, 1. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay last in the crowd, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down. 10. You can never doubt, not what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining now. Strength and conditioning in 1, efficiency. 3, 2, 1. Two down, 3 to go. 10 seconds. Maple, go. 5, abs are on fire already. 3, 2, 1.
I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
Great job so far, team. Keep it up. That's halfway. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. No.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting
late,
never doubt, not what I'm about.
Strong.
Cloud, it be raining
10
out,
seconds.
I keep making sound, go another round, something bound, can't stop me now.
5. Step ups again. 3, 2, 1. Wow. 10 seconds.
I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah.
3, no, 2,
I make shots, I miss
1.
lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise. You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me what I can show you things that you just tell me that I can. Just tell me
No. All right, one more round. Let's go. Last round coming up. Under 10. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can never doubt, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining out.
Alright, last set of V-ups.
Go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. No. Jeez. Ah. 40 seconds.
Say anything negative, 'cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots.
3,
you get big box, you
2,
get shots, swing lots,
1.
and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top, think they need replacement.
Fantastic job, team. All that work in 10 minutes, and that could be all for the day. So if you're busy and you want to get some fitness in, carve out 10 minutes. If you like this, hit that thumbs up button. Can't even talk. Consider joining us on the live stream. Peace. James, good morning. All right, next, let me know how that was, team.
Low, you can still go.
All right.
Even when you feel slow,
we're gonna do something a little different now.
Even when there's no hope,
we don't do a whole lot of these.
I never answer to no,
so change it up a little bit today. What we're gonna do is some Zercher. We're gonna call it a Zercher squat, but it's gonna involve in essence, a deadlift and a squat. So let's just unload the bars a little bit and we'll talk about this. Wow, anybody as sweaty as me? What are you saying, equipment? Alright. Personally, I probably want to wear a hoodie or something for this, or at least long sleeves, just because my elbows get a little cranky on this, so consider that if you'd like, and I'll give you a demo here. So what this is going to look like, I'm going to come to a sumo stance, so just outside shoulder width, and I'm going to take my hands on the bar inside that grip, and we're going to start with the deadlift, maybe a little narrower stance. From there, I'm going to put the bar on the knees, come down into a squat in essence, get the elbows underneath that thing, and then stand it up. We're going to do 2 squats, so after that first one, come back down, bar can come to the legs, and then back up. And then on the way down, like so. So it's kind of like a 2-parter, deadlift it to the knees, sit down, get the elbows underneath it, and then stand it up. We're gonna go those 2 reps every minute on the minute for 10. I think I'll probably start here and then maybe increase the weight as we go. So, part 2. Let's do this. Still a lot of breath. Okay. Let's do this though. You guys see me? Alright. The 2 squats every minute, including kind of that first one. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So set up in your squat stance, deadlift to the knee, sit down, elbows underneath, chest up, proud. Stand, back to the knees with the bar. Stand, knees, hands. Okay, let's go 20 seconds. It's reasonable. Equipment, that's a Jefferson curl. So much safer than a Jefferson curl. Yeah, I mean, equipment, the Jefferson curl. you know, I waffle on this concept, right? I mean, we're not always going to be in a neutral spine position in real life. So is it important to build some capacity out of position? I think so. I think there's still value in those things. Just like this, you know, if I tried to pick this up from the floor, I'd be out of a neutral position, but there's probably value in practicing that, maybe under light load and working your way up. All right, set 2, deadlift to the knees, sit it down, elbows, the stand. Be sure to take a video of yourself on this one. I'd love to see it on Instagram. Tag us. 2 down. Feel free to increase the load if you want. We're sweating here. How do the elbows feel on this one? Jeez, yesterday I had the jumping jacks, lateral raise, and dumbbell shoulder press. Nice, James. I was using the dumbbells, hell yeah. You gotta try that 100 dumbbell clean, 100 dumbbell jerk workout. All right, set 3 and 5. 3, 2, 1.
Slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
I like this. Starting to like this one. I think the elbows need to adapt though, they're pretty red. And slippery like crazy. Oh. If you haven't done this one before, that's perfect, right? I mean, what we do here, ideally, is constantly varied functional movements with intensity. And it's this variance piece, the changing it up all the time, that keeps the body progressing. Right? The body's going, hey, what the hell is this? I need to learn to adapt to this because this is a new stimulus. Whereas if you do the 3, 2, 1, whereas if you do the same thing over and over again, you get good at that, and the body adapts to that, but it has no reason to improve after that. That's why we change up the stimulus constantly to ensure that we're continuously making progress and not just getting stagnant with the same thing, right? If you can identify a weakness or an area of opportunity, we talked about this yesterday, and you put some effort into that, you're going to get much more bang for your buck out of it than addressing something that's already strong. 20 seconds. Make sure you hang out afterwards, guys. By the way, we've got, I got some clips. All right. Set 5. In 3, 2, 1. That's halfway. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Give me some feedback here. If you haven't done this before, how does it feel? How does it feel getting into that squat, getting under the bar? Is it awkward? Is it easy? Let me know. I think generally I'm pretty mobile, so I don't find that too hard, but I know that everybody's not the same. Equipment, jumping jacks with the dumbbell lateral raise, my rotator cuffs are shaking. 105 for the Zercher. Tried 95 after doing sets of 55 to step ups, 95 is too much. Yeah, step ups were tough. I was 105 there. Go ahead. Especially if you're being strict about it, not using both legs, it's very hard. Good job, Chris. I don't know what's gonna happen in the summer here. I'm already drenched. All right, that's 6 down, 4 to go, team. Let's go. Chris, you got a new barbell, right? You just got that thing? If so, how is it?
still
How do you like
go.
that bar? And you're just waiting on some bumper plates now? Is that the idea? Try Marketplace. Sometimes you can find some cheaper stuff on Facebook Marketplace.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till
All
I'm
right,
buried in my
set
grave.
7, 3,
To the
2,
system, I don't wanna be a
1.
slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice thing. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. And everything is bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredients, believe.
Whoa, my elbows. 3 more sets, team. Great work so far. Make sure you've hit that thumbs up button if you're here. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're here. If you really like us, consider becoming a member of the YouTube community. Look at all those green names in the chat. Love it. We had a nice lady gifts some memberships yesterday. It's amazing having the barbell. Yes, we had to get some burpees. Love it. Love it, Chris. Once again, feel free to film yourself. I'd love to see these Zerchers. 2, 1. Let's go. Set 8. Especially if this is your first time, love to see it.
Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before.
I am soft in the elbows. I gotta do this more often. I also need a thicker barbell. This is a 35-pound bar and it's pretty narrow. Alright, 2 more sets, team. I hope you're all as drenched as I am. I think we're coming into spring now. I probably said that a couple times, but I think yesterday might have been our last cold day. We'll see. Alright. Second last set. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we got a little blood on the bar. Got my shin on there.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Woo.
Go, go.
One more set.
Go, go,
Equipment. It's too easy. Try holding the barbell slightly off-centered, Chris. But only slightly. Oh, jeez. That's one way to do it. Challenge that midline a little bit extra, I guess. Equipment. Not a bad idea. Equipment, what are you doing? Are you doing these guys? 10 seconds. You ever done Zerchers before? Alright. Last set. 3, 2, 1. But I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hell yeah. Ah, it's awesome. Woo. Good job, team. Take a minute, walk around. Tasharia, good morning. Hell yeah. Woo. We are sweaty, or at least I am. Hopefully you guys are as well. There we go. I'm awake. The day has begun. Feel fantastic now. All right. Okay, let's get anterior chain. We're gonna go couch stretch here today. So get yourself a mat or a sweatshirt or a towel. Put it up against the wall. And then what we're gonna do is put your knee into the mat or the towel or whatever and your shin up the wall. From there, you're gonna step out in front with the other foot till that shin is vertical. If that's too much, just bring that knee further away from the wall. We're gonna hang out here, say for a minute per side. just like that. And we can reiterate here that if you're busy, I mean, even if you're not busy, I don't understand how anybody could not be busy, but you want to create a schedule, you want to create a plan and a system so that your life isn't just wasted, right? Nowadays, and I don't think this used to happen, but nowadays, because there's so much information and so much distraction available at your fingertips, like a lot of people can go through their whole days being unproductive and just scrolling. So I think having a system is the best way to ensure that you make progress. And like, I'm not perfect, right? I can get caught, it's rare, but I can get caught scrolling as well. I can definitely get caught wasting time in other ways as well, say out on the farm. And wasting time is, it could be considered bad, but it's not the end of the world if you've made your progress for the day, right? I think there's value in unloading your mind, right? And just consuming something that's, I don't want to say trash, but something that you don't have to think about, especially or only if you've done the important things already, right? So that's why we carve it out and make sure that happens, so that, if I'm going to go watch some Kill Tony or something that's not necessarily productive for my life, but is a down regulation of my central nervous system, it's something that I can just kind of zone out and enjoy. I'm not going to be able to enjoy that if I haven't made my progress in the morning, right? If I haven't done those things that move me forward, I'm going to be anxious because shit, I didn't do anything. I didn't make that progress. And it's so easy for that to become your day to day and never take those steps. So systematize it, right? Make it happen at the same time every day so that you never have to think about it and you just know that it's going to happen. And along with that, we could talk about the idea of habit stacking, which is all about taking one habit that you've created or that you already have and daisy chaining, or stacking, as they like to say, another habit onto it. So for example, say after you brush your teeth at night, you read a book, right? And that's the sequence. That's always happened that way. What you could do is add another step on there because you already do that thing every day at the same time. What you could do is now, before I brush my teeth, I do 10 burpees or whatever it is. The idea of stacking a habit is far easier than, if I haven't switched sides yet, do that, is far easier than creating a new habit, right? Out of the blue, out of thin air. Stack it on top, stop Mabel. Stack it in line with the other habits, right? As a daisy chain, when this happens, and after that, this happens as kind of an automatic, then you're all set. So let me give you an update. You're shirtless with black shorts and barefoot always. Coach, I'm always barefoot, not always black shorts. So I think these started as green, but they got real sweaty. Chris, I got a 1.3. What's that? Did I say something about that? Maybe I missed it. Let me know. But let's show you a couple clips here. We finally got a couple more lambs. So yesterday morning, I went out to this. I had to run to the gym, so I was pretty tight on time, but you can see one on the left there. And then two more here. This is our, I'm going to say this is our best ewe, our best sheep. She's given us the only triplets on this place so far, and she's given us, I think, 10 lambs over the last 4 years. That being said, you may notice the one she's licking right now, I mean, obviously, like, it's been alive for an hour, so they're not exactly expected to get up and run, but that one there that's kind of crawling, it didn't have a great day yesterday. So I'm intrigued to see what happens when I go out there this morning. This was a little later when I came in. I had moved the one from the corner to right in front of her. So the one that she's licking now is the one that had like hidden in the corner of the barn. So I brought that one over, which I probably shouldn't have. She probably would have done it herself. And realistically, I shouldn't interfere. Look at that, she just fell over. obviously pretty fatigued, right? You still got the afterbirth hanging there. This is very recent, and she's working hard. So that's a heavy vest, Chris. I'm concerned, I'm wondering, you know, I think realistically, like 2 lambs is ideal for these critters, and I think 3 is a lot. So, but as I was saying, that one on the right now, this is a different video, she may not make it. She wasn't keeping up with them yesterday, right? The brown one and the little one in the middle there were following her around and getting milk, and then that one on the right, her back legs just, they're just really not strong. So we'll see what happens as we don't do the bottle baby thing. You know, if she doesn't raise them, then she doesn't raise them, unfortunately. So there we are. Got some cuties, and for tomorrow I'll definitely have some clips of lambs running around, because this is one of my favorite times of year. Once they're like 3 or 4 days old, they start doing this like lamb races where they all bunch up and they all start sprinting around with each other, and sometimes the llamas will let them jump on their backs, and it's super cute and entertaining. But we've got a little bit to go before they're a little bit older and doing that. Equipment says no chance for an adopting mama sheep. No, it's not a concern of the mama rejecting her. She's actually stood for her many times to try to get milk. That little one just can't stand for a long time. Like, she can kind of get up, but for the most part those back legs aren't really doing a lot, so she'll kind of hold herself up in like an upward dog to try to drink. But if she doesn't get a lot, or if the mom moves at all, she kind of falls off and maybe isn't able to get it. So we'll have to see. I mean, I've been surprised in the past where you see something that doesn't seem to be doing well and it makes it. I was making a note. We've got one out there, and I call her Milk Thief because she's a strange one, and she'll go up to all the moms and try to take milk from them, even though she's like 2-year-old sheep. And I checked the notes from last year, and I actually had a note on the spreadsheet for her saying likely won't make it, right? Seems very weak, not drinking, probably not going to survive. And she's a weirdo, but she exists, so you never know. All right, on that, it's going to get light out soon enough, and I got to get out there and check on those things. So you guys have been fantastic. I appreciate all those reactions you're hitting. I appreciate the thumbs up and just the you guys being here. We've got awesome team building. Had some new members join the other day. It's fantastic. So quick shout outs: Yaroslav, Tasharia, Chris the Tan Man, Mr. Terry, Jody, Jabes, Equipment. I don't know why Equipment doesn't show up on the top fans here. That's very strange. I miss anybody? Do we have anybody else this morning? Great. Awesome. You guys are fantastic, and I love you all. I hope to see you all tomorrow on Friday. I think we got a kettlebell complex coming up tomorrow, so get those kettlebells ready. But have yourselves an incredible day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.